Alrighty, here we are with number 2 in the 10 common weight loss mistakes. This time we have changing too many things at once, and this is something I see with my clients on a daily basis, I would say. Weight loss is obviously brought about by overall lifestyle changes, so it's got to do with your exercise, your nutrition, your mindset, everything basically. It's really a whole hog type thing. But the tendency too with people when they go to lose weight is that they're changing too many things at once, and it can turn into a bit of a nightmare actually. I see it a lot where people, and I guess it's out there with almost all the sort of mainstream diets and stuff out there, where you just kind of change everything at once. So we're talking exercise regime, your eating habits, your social life. You're sort of launching yourself directly into the end game lifestyle that you might be envisaging for yourself. And for a lot of us, that's actually quite a massive leap. Where we are right now isn't where we might be in 2 years' time if we sort of stick to the changes that we're trying to implement at the moment. It's really easy to say, oh, well, okay, I want to get the best results, so I'm going to start exercising, I'm going to eat perfectly, and I'm not going to go out as much, or I'm going to change where I eat and all that sort of stuff. And it can be quite a stressful event for people. I mean, most of you know I've just moved house, and that's one of the most stressful things you can ever do, and your whole life gets turned upside down. And this is essentially what we're doing to ourselves for no real reason other than the quest for quick results, which I have a thing about quick results. I'm sure most of you have probably noticed it. It's not the answer. If you're losing 5 kilos a week or something like that, that's nice, I suppose. But you're not really learning anything, and that's part of the trouble. I think you go in the Biggest Loser style things, and they lose heaps of weight. But if you read the reports, and there's actually been a article circulating in the last week where almost all of them are right back where they started, because they haven't really taken the time uh, to learn their new lifestyle. Essentially, they've been put in an artificial environment, and they've lost weight because they've had nothing else to focus on. But the reality is we're leading real lives in the real world, and we can't change everything at once. It's really just too stressful. Everything's just turned on its head. It really doesn't help us, I don't think. So in the initial weeks, you can really be just struggling to adjust, and you just get so tired. Again, like the previous point we made with going too hard too fast, changing everything at once can just freak you out, and the tighter you get, the more likely you are to revert back to the habits that we're trying to work on at the moment. So how do we avoid this? In the first couple of weeks, I would focus primarily just changing on, one or two things. So I'm obviously all about fitness. So my recommendation to my new clients is to really just focus on getting used to the increased activity. If you're not exercising at the moment, just doing 2 or 3 walks could be heaps to be a big change in your life. So just getting used to that as a starting point is really great, I think. And then once you get used to that, then you can start saying, oh, well, I want to start trying to eat breakfast, or I want to sort of work on my snacking, or I'm overeating a lot at, after dinner. So they're all the little changes we can start to play with. If people want to change their eating initially, I just try and focus on one single thing, not a full overhaul of people's diets. It's just too stressful. It's not what you need. You need to be focusing on sustainable things that you can work on and stick to. So once you're comfortable with them, after 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, it might be several months, then you start to add new things in. So always making it achievable and manageable. That way you'll be able to stick to it, and you'll be able to learn from it. So it will be a long-term change, which is what we want. All right, I'll be back in a minute with point number 3.